Welcome to Coach Runt's journey to become the greatest coach of all time. In this video, we're going to start our tough conference schedule, but before that, we have one final test in the non-conference, facing off against the Michigan State Spartans. Very highly rated and coming in at number 19 in the country right now, led by their point guard Stacy Whitfield. This team is loaded with 80-plus overalls and a lot of depth as well. Their leading scorer is the shooting guard Huggins, who's got a 92 three-point rating, and the point guard can shoot as well. So Coach Runt and the Volunteers are going to have their hands full in this one. This game being played on ESPN. We have the home crowd behind us at Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. It is one last test during the non-conference, looking to separate ourselves from the bubble a little bit here and start to move up those projected seed lines. And we are off, tipping off our final non-conference game of the season. Gonna lose the tip there, and Michigan on their first possession, taking their time on offense, finding a cutter and good defense, but we're not there to clean up the rebound and start the game down 2-0. Now our point guard Russ Love, working the pick and roll, shoots a three over two guys and knocks it down, giving us our first score of the game. Michigan State center putting up good stats for the season. Smokey doing his best to distract him at the free throw line. It's going to be another test of Winters and our front court's ability to defend these star big men. But we know this backcourt is no joke either, as Whitfield hits a shot. And early in this game, both teams just came out on fire as we were hitting a couple leaner mid-range shots. And it only takes a few minutes in this game for both teams to be almost already at 10 points. Alonzo Clay, our leading scorer, is going to knock down a three to make it a 1-point game. And our three-point shooting specifically to start off looking very good as Manley hits a corner three. He loves that shot. Both teams continuing with the hot shooting. They start 6 of 9, and neither team has missed a three-pointer yet. But then we jump forward a few minutes, and both teams are all of a sudden struggling after the hot start. The first 4 minutes or so of this game, neither team could miss, and then about the next 3 to 4 minutes, neither team could hit a shot. Both going on 2-minute scoreless runs as they are continuing to struggle. Both teams stuck at 17, and there is their shooter. Huggins not impacted by the soft contest, but we turn around and go full court and respond right away, as we've done many times this year. Once again, a few minutes later, Devin Braxton getting the block, turning it into a fast break. Winters has the ball, and he finds him again in a big dunk to finish off the highlight play from Braxton there. Clay getting to the line here in the fast break. Grace doesn't like the call, but look at those stats from Alonzo Clay. 23 a game, 46% from the field, 93% from the free throw line. And that 46% is on a high volume of three-point shots as well. So very impressive for our leading scorer. But unfortunately, we're letting their number one scorer, Huggins, do his thing as well. He's now 4 for 4 with 10 points. Getting down the stretch of the first half here, Coach Runt emphasizing keeping it close in these big games. But Tennessee not doing the best job with this, as a sloppy possession leads to a bad missed layups from Adlai Winters. And now Michigan State with a 6-point lead, a chance to build even more on their lead, and they find their shooter, and it's going to be a 9-point lead going into the half. A bad few minutes stretch there after staying with Michigan State for almost the entire first half. And we are going to be in a hole that Coach Runt is going to have to coach his way out of. Both teams doing well with their goals. Michigan spreading out the attack and only 5 turnovers. We're shooting the ball well from 3, doing an okay job of scoring in the fast break. And we're going to give Smokey an A+ for hyping up the crowd, especially after that flip at halftime. Unfortunately, the lull from the first half continuing over into the second half, as Huggins' deep 2 makes it a 13-point game, and coach is going to call a timeout to try to get things back under control. This style of play is great, but sometimes can get frantic when playing against a similar or superior opponent, and you can see that happening there with Alonzo Clay going out of bounds. The lead up to 15, they score on a lob off the pick and roll, and this one is really starting to get away. Gotta get some offense going for the Volunteers here, and Russ Love is going to do so by getting to the line. Good senior point guard play when things were starting to get out of control there, and the momentum shift is almost immediate. We get a block, Bill Manley taking the opportunity to take the reverse 180 dunk and all of a sudden the crowd's back in it. We get an offensive rebound off of the Manly miss. Alonzo Clay off the pick and roll makes it a 10-point game. This is more the vision Coach Runt has for his team, as Russ Love is going to continue the hot streak and cut it to a single-digit game. The crowd is in it, but this point of the game is where both teams got a little sloppy on offense, taking contested, not the best looks, and not converting them, starting to turn the ball over. Could be good defense, could be bad offense, combination of both most likely, but not much scoring for a couple minutes here, as we're stuck at 64-57. Coach trying to give input from the sideline to get his offense back under control, but luckily the defense is holding it down in the meantime. And now, running the pick and roll, good setup there, and we find Manly in his spot at the corner, and he finally breaks the stalemate. And then the next possession, we're able to get to the free throw line. Going all the way back, it's now a 19-4 run over a long stretch of time for the Volunteers, but Michigan State finally waking up. They see that Tennessee Orange rapidly approaching in the rearview mirror, and the crowd is getting into it. Defense energized, and Michigan State really struggling, but we do give up an offensive rebound there, and then another one, and that is just a brutal way to kill the momentum. Coach Runt recognizing maybe a little bit of fatigue, trying to get the squad ready for the final push, and out of the timeout, not a very inspired play call. And Michigan State seems to have fought off the comeback, extending it to 8 and now 10 with just 2 minutes remaining. But as they start to settle back down, Tennessee immediately ramps up the pressure again, going full court, but they are blocked. But in the scramble, a huge dunk, and the crowd right back into it, just getting chaos going on the other end, and it leads to a perfect opportunity for a highlight dunk for Adlai Winters. Down 10 once again, Alonzo Clay gonna knock down the 3 from the wing. Basically have to play perfect from this point, but Michigan State gonna give us an early shot clock miss, and we're running immediately the other way. Russ Love and 1 with 1:07 left. And the roller coaster continues down to a 4-point game, and Michigan State responds with exactly a minute left. Gotta move quick if you're the Volunteers here. Alonzo Clay just throwing up a shot and knocks it down, back down to a 4-point game. And then on the other end, getting into the passing lanes, Manly finds him running the break. He pulls up in transition and knocks it down. It's a 1-point game. Alonzo Clay just has no quit in him, as Michigan State's gonna knock down the first free throw and then knock down the second as well. Here it is, gonna have to be in Alonzo Clay's hands. He's the only reason we're even in this game. Takes a contested shot from the top of the key, and it is no good. Only 0.8 seconds left as we get the foul, and that is gonna do it. Another close game for the Coach Runt-led Volunteers, but video game Tom Izzo gets the best of us. You can see how well-rounded of a performance it was from the Michigan State starters, each starter getting over 10 points. And in our case, the heavy lifting done by the backcourt, specifically Alonzo Clay once again with 26 points, 9 for 20 and 6 for 12 from 3. Bill Manley struggling a bit with his shot, and unfortunately we once again miss a chance to get a facilities upgrade. Next up, we have the Black Bears of Maine, decently rated for a low major team, but hopefully we should not struggle with them, and we do not. 94-67 with Adlai Winters putting up 31 points, Alonzo Clay adding 25 of his own, and Adlai Winters with 20 rebounds to go alongside it, the 31 points. What a game, 3 blocks as well. But here's where we stand when it comes to conference play. We know we have a loaded conference, and there is 4 top 14 teams, all with either 1 or 2 losses. And there's no slouches in the rest of the conferences either, as we're coming in about 7th or 8th in the conference. Vandy and South Carolina with the worst records at 6 and 7. And we are not going to find a break early in the year, opening against LSU ranked number 12. A bunch of mid to high 80s in the starting lineup and even off of the bench. A-pluses, offense, defense, and overall. Just a brutal way to open conference play after having one of the toughest non-conference schedules in the entire league. But simcasting through this one, we're hanging on. They have consistently been up 5 to 10 points, but we're going to jump in with 3 minutes left, down 6. And almost instantly, Clay finding Manley, who's wide open, and it's down to a 3-point game. Then all of a sudden, we get a turnover running in the fast break, and just like that, it's a 1-point game. We have found ourselves once again in an opportunity to pick off a big, highly rated team and improve that resume. But a 3-point LSU lead, we're going to have to move the ball around. Once again, it's going to be Bill Manley, and he ties it up with a minute 15. LSU was able to respond. Russ Love trying to get something going. A decent look, but it's no good. On the other end, playing pretty good defense as Alonzo Clay gets the block. We're running the break once again, but LSU doing a great job of slowing it down, and our offense really going nowhere, so Coach Runt gonna have to call a timeout. The team as a whole and Coach Runt have struggled in these end of game situations, so you want to see something good drawn up here. A little bit of an action that turns into a pick and roll, but it breaks down and we're not finding much. It's going to be a Clay corner 3, and it is no good. Didn't even need the 3 there, but this team's identity is that fast-paced, gambling, aggressive style, so not surprised to see that be the shot. And after missing another opportunity to get a big win, we get a chance to have South Carolina at home. A game that feels like a must-win with us sitting at 9-6, and with no break in the conference schedule ahead of us in terms of the level of competition. We are able to come out with a dominant showing. Once again, it's going to be led by a 35-point game from Alonzo Clay. The rest of the team coming alongside as well. Once again, no breaks in the schedule though. Florida, a highly rated team, probably in the 7 to 10 seed range, around the same as us right now. So this is a big one in early January, and they have a nice lead here, but we're able to close the gap. We actually pull ahead, get a 1-point lead as we're jumping into this one. But once again, the offense kind of struggling late in games here. A fast-paced team usually wants to take the first shot they get, so you can tell with the shot clock getting this low, they really didn't even have an opportunity. After Florida gets a bucket, we're going back the other end, and a nice press break leads to a Manley 3 that he misses, but Ty Carson there to clean it up, and we're back on top. Florida looking to respond, goes for the contested layup. Good defense there by Winters. And we're running the other way, finding Ty Carson, who is able to finish off a tough layup there and make it a 3-point game. Florida with the jump shot, it goes down, maybe got away with a foul there, but with the shot clock turned off, they're forced to play the foul game. Russ Love, 80% free throw shooter, is going to knock both of them down. Florida now out of the timeout, looking to draw something up. They go with a quick pass, find an open guy, and an extra pass leads to a great look, but no good. We just snatched the rebound, and Ty Carson going to the line, a little bit worse of a shooter, and it shows up in a huge moment as we just give Florida another chance. They were able to get a pretty good look last time, and they end up going for the 2, leaving just 2.5 seconds left on the clock. Feels like not enough time to get a foul and then a shot, and we're able to run another full second off the clock on top of it. 2 more important free throws for Russ Love, but he's been clutch all season, knocking down both of them. And a full court heave from Florida is no good. As we're maybe starting to break out of that funk, Adlai Winters feeling the energy. That makes it 2 in a row, sitting at 11-6, with most of SEC conference play still ahead of us. Good to get a little bit of momentum going here, and to follow it up, we have a nice long 1.5 week, almost 2-week break before we get right back into conference play. Most of conference play still ahead of us. Alabama and Arkansas both playing really well so far in the new year, but we have those games against our rival number 6 currently, Kentucky, circled. Thank you so much if you made it to this part of the video. Ended up coming out a week late, but because of that, hoping to get another video out next week.